Have you ever heard of a fox who faked his own death just to test his wife's love? No? Well, get ready, because this isn't just any story. It's a tale of 9 magnificent tales, one very dramatic husband, a surprisingly wise widow, and a sarcastic cat with a cup of tea. It's a little funny, a little fiery, and full of unexpected twists. So sit back, listen closely, and let's begin the wild, witty tale of the 9-tailed test. In a snug little burrow nestled beneath the roots of an old oak tree lived Mr. Fox and Mrs. Fox. He was a proud creature, clever, charming, and possessed of something few could claim: 9 glorious, silky, show-stopping tails. Each tail moved like a brushstroke in the air, and Mr. Fox adored them. But one day, with a suspicious squint and a puffed-up chest, he turned to his servant, a sleek, sarcastic cat named Miss Whiskers, and said, "Whiskers, do you think my dear wife truly loves me, or just my magnificent tails?" Whiskers, who had been polishing her claws, didn't even look up. "Well, sir, considering the number of times you've talked to your tails instead of your wife, I'd say she loves you far more than you deserve." But Mr. Fox was already pacing. No, I must be certain. I'll fake my death. Then I'll know who comes calling. If she turns away all others, I'll know her heart is true." Whiskers gave him a long stare. "Or, hear me out. You could talk to her like a normal mammal?" "Nonsense," Mr. Fox cried. "A test is far more sophisticated." And with that, the plan was set. That very evening, Mr. Fox lay down in bed, shut his eyes dramatically, and folded his 9 tails neatly around him. "Tell her I'm gone," he whispered. "Tell the world, the great Mr. Fox is no more." Whiskers rolled her eyes so hard she nearly fell over. "Very well. May the afterlife be kind to your ego." The next morning, sorrow filled the burrow. Mrs. Fox wore black, her eyes red with tears. Whiskers did her best to look mournful, but she couldn't stop smirking. Then came a knock at the door. A young fox, sleek and shiny, stood outside, holding a single red rose. He had just one fluffy tail. "Madam," he said softly, "I heard of your loss. I offer you my sympathy, and perhaps a future?" Mrs. Fox wiped her eyes, stood tall, and asked gently, "How many tails do you have, sir?" "1," he replied, smiling proudly. "But what I lack in tails I make up for in tenderness." She nodded, then said quite firmly, "My husband had 9," and closed the door. Whiskers snorted. The next day came another. 2 tails, rejected. Then another. 3, slam. 4, 5, 6, 7, still not enough. Each fox came with flowers, gifts, and poetry. But Mrs. Fox stood unshaken, her voice calm, her eyes sad. "My husband had 9 tails, 9 years of love, 9 reasons to wait." Whiskers muttered from the corner. "Also 9 days he's been lying in bed like a frozen chicken." Mrs. Fox sighed. "Let me mourn." But on the 10th day, just as the sun dipped behind the trees, there came a different knock. This fox stood taller than the rest, his coat gleamed like autumn fire, and behind him waved 9 perfect, dazzling tails. Mrs. Fox blinked. 9? The stranger bowed. "Good evening, dear widow. I heard you seek no less than 9. So, here I am." She stepped closer. There was something in the way he tilted his head, the way he flicked his ear, the smug little smile. Her eyes narrowed. "Wait a moment. Mr. Fox?" The stranger straightened up and grinned. "Surprise! It's me. And you passed the test. You truly loved me." Mrs. Fox stared at him. Her grief turned into fire. "You faked your death?" "It was a noble test of loyalty," he declared proudly. She growled. "I wept for you. I rejected suitors. I wrote sad poems while Whiskers mocked me. But, darling, you don't trust me, and you made me look like a fool. You want a test? Here's your result. I'm done." And with that, she slammed the door in his stunned, very much alive face. Whiskers leaned against the window, sipping tea. "Oof, tails or not, you're toast." Some say that's where the story ends, with a fox who learned nothing and a widow who learned to love herself. But in another version, a quieter one, Mr. Fox truly does pass away. Mrs. Fox mourns deeply. But one day, she ties her scarf, lifts her chin, and walks out the door, not to find another tale to follow, but to find herself. And that, too, is love. The moral? Don't fake your death to test someone's heart. Don't count tails when you measure love. And never, ever underestimate a widow with dignity and a cat with sarcasm.